とは頼みます。
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Why did I doubt that? Season 2, Episode 19. Oh no, 18. Right and Wrong. Last episode, Megumi summoned Makora. Makora faced Sukuna. Sukuna defeated Makora, but then in the process of it, they just like destroyed and killed a whole bunch of people. And then Yuuji woke up from that. So yeah, that's what. Oh, and then at the end there we saw Nanami just like walking, sort of like zombie like. So at least he's alive. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon. I patreon.com/feeling. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. No, the way they started this episode with Yuuji just basically sort of like having a mental breakdown, replaying all these things in his mind, and you hear sort of this noise getting louder and louder and louder in his mind, and I may be wrong, but I feel like the last words that he heard, the last thing that he replayed in his mind were from Nanami. I may be wrong, but I feel like that's what it was. And then for him to show up and watch Nanami die. And then you have Mahito also having Nobara somewhere. You know, when last episode ended with Nanami, and I was like, the way he was walking felt like he wasn't himself, and he was just so exhausted, and he just kept imagining himself. That's where I started feeling like he wasn't gonna make it this episode, because they kept showing him on a beach. And they kept switching between the beach scene and what was happening in real life. Like if he gets hit somewhere, they will switch to the beach scene, and it's like, yes, he's here, but he's not here. And when they kept replaying that, I'm like, wait, is he gonna die? And then you see him walk past Mahito, and when Mahito touched him, I knew that was over. And I think his name was Haibara. He was thinking about him, and I feel like he was the reason that he kept coming back. He kept being a Jujutsu sorcerer. And
he wanted to say something, but then he felt like it would be sort of like putting a curse on Haibara or something along those lines. And then Haibara was like, "No, don't say that." And then he pointed to Yuuji because Yuuji had showed up at that moment, and then he turned to Yuuji and told him it's up to him. I feel like after Yuuji was replaying all those things in his mind, he came at a point where he was sort of like debating whether he should be alive or dead. You know, I feel like that's where he was. And then with Nanami's last words that it's up to him, I think it sort of gave him a push, a reason for him to keep living. And Mahito just, he kept throwing these transfigured humans at him. And that moment where you saw these two people and he's thinking, okay, did Mahito just went past them and went upstairs or something? And Yuji is already mentally, he's not here, man. He's destroyed, not mentally. And then you're gonna go and bring Nobara into this. I don't know how much more he can take. I don't know. I guess watching it, I'll see this.
Je suis filé as fuck et en 80 jours je dois faire le tour du monde. Aventuré, gentleman.